They say Princess Diana left too early, but the influence she left behind still shapes the lives of her sons. And it all began with a promise William made to her when he was only 13 years old. At the time, Diana was going through a difficult period: divorce, media pressure, loneliness. One evening, she said something to her son, words he carried with him for the rest of his life. "Don't let the palace break you the way it broke me." That sentence became William's personal compass. And if you look at his decisions, they all trace back to it. He was the first to break tradition and marry for love, not royal calculation. He protected Kate from the press, sometimes aggressively, because he promised himself, "This will never happen to my family." When William launches charitable projects, he almost always includes mental health, something Diana spoke about back in the 1990s when it was still taboo. Every step he takes is a continuation of her fight. And most importantly, he constantly tells his children about their grandmother Diana, even though they never met her. He's doing exactly what she dreamed of, raising children closer to people than to palace walls. But this is only the first part of the story. If William is fulfilling the promise he made to his mother, then Harry is fulfilling what Diana begged him to do. In one interview, Harry admitted, "Mom always said, if you ever feel like the palace is suffocating you, leave. No one else will do it for you." And he felt it. Harry grew up the least like a royal. He hated official receptions, loved ordinary people, volunteered in Africa. He was a mirror of Diana at the same age, when she too was trying to escape palace rules. But the breaking point came after his wedding. Harry admitted to friends, "When I saw how they started pressuring Meghan, I saw them killing my mother all over again." That was when he remembered her words. He chose the life Diana wanted for herself. Without palace walls, without endless protocol, without paparazzi chases at night. Every decision he made, from moving away to giving interviews, wasn't rebellion against his family. It was an attempt to live the life Diana never got to live. But here's what's interesting. William followed one of Diana's paths. Harry followed another. But both sons chose her path. Here's what few people understand. Despite the conflict, William and Harry share one fear inherited from Diana. And that fear completely shapes their decisions today. It's the fear of losing their own family the way they lost their mother. William says he still remembers seeing millions of people outside the palace after her death, and realizing she belonged to the world, but not to him. That's why he protects Kate and their children so fiercely. He will never allow their lives to be turned into a spectacle the way Diana's was. And what about Harry? He says that every time he sees a camera flash, the night of the crash flashes before his eyes. That's why he fights tabloids so aggressively, challenges the crown, and battles for his privacy. This isn't politics. It's trauma. But here's the remarkable part. Both brothers, in their own way, are fulfilling Diana's repeated wish. Let your children grow up freer than you did. William does it inside the palace. Harry does it outside of it. And though their paths are different, the root is the same: Diana. No matter how deep the conflict between the brothers may be, this fear in Diana's legacy may one day bring them back together. And whispers of that are heard even inside Buckingham Palace. If you want more compelling stories about famous figures, write in the comments who you'd like us to explore next. Subscribe so you don't miss it. The most unexpected stories are still ahead.